Hi friends, Jen the Money Medium here. Hope you're having a wonderful, magical, and fabulous day. Let's talk about this really awesome subject of what does sexual energy and especially the female orgasm have to do with manifesting. This is a really amazing thing to acknowledge, and a lot of people don't really pay attention to this at all. And just to put it really easily, if you think about, and don't judge yourself. We all have dry spells in life. We all have, after babies, there's all kinds of things that go on. And our sex drive isn't always the same. And it's not always in alignment with our partners. But if you really look back on your life of when you felt really good, it's important to put that into, not just when you were feeling really sexual and that, that passion going through your veins and, you really wanted it. Probably that's when you also felt very abundant financially and there was a good flow. Often when there's not such a good flow or abundance around you, you can usually also see that your sexual energy at that point was lower for whatever reason, maybe because it was low, but they do affect each other. And it's important to just look throughout your life and see if that's true for you. May or may not be, but in most cases, it is. And most people can see that and kind of go, oh, I see how that affected that. And I see, yeah, when that was happening too. So it's really important. Now, in the chakras, the second chakra is this place of sexual energy. That's where our reproductive organs are, our first and second chakras. But the second is also this creative space. And it's where our womb is. And the womb is this place of extraordinary receiving and creation. It's actually how life is created. It's where we birth life into reality, right? So I do have a video on here as well called the Moneygasm, which is a meditation that opens up that energy. But what I want to get at in this video quickly is that you understand that passion and desire that live inside of you, and the more you can activate that energy, not just through sexual intercourse, but through activating passion and desire, especially in that area, just thinking about that area with passion and desire for what you want. Because truly that's where, that's where what we want shows up in a big way, right? When we want something, we feel orgasmic about it. And it's not something we should be afraid to admit. Now, if you also look at women who are very open and confident about their sexuality, they have this amazing energy, right? There's a confidence that comes with that. So it's important to get confident to explore your sexuality. A lot of women haven't even had a full orgasm, sometimes ever. So what does that mean? It also, this one's going to go a little longer than normal. I'm watching my timer here and I'm like, yeah, we're going to go over 5 minutes on this one. It's also important to acknowledge, and in this world that we live in, women have been taught to pleasure men, right? We're from a very young age, we know about oral sex, whether we were taught it or not, but to give pleasure. Not so much on receiving pleasure, right? We've also not voiced ourselves in many ways on what does feel good, what we do want. We feel weird asking for what we want in sexual ways. And when you're able to voice that, you're stepping into a level of confidence about saying what you want and birthing that into being. So it has a huge effect on how you feel and what your money frequency is. So play with your sexuality, play with masturbation, play with asking for what you want, and see how it affects money, your manifesting, how you feel about money. Also notice in sex if you feel dirty. Women especially are taught to feel very dirty at a young age about sex, and that can often also relate to how you feel about money. So there's lots to explore here. And I would say, even before you bring this to a partner to explore with them, explore with yourself, because you need to know what feels good to you. If you can't bring yourself pleasure, how are you able to ask somebody else for what you want when perhaps you don't even know what that is? So explore your own sexuality, explore what makes you feel good and turned on in this world. Sexual energy is a very powerful force, and once harnessed, it brings extraordinary high vibrations and abundance into your life. You know, that point of an orgasm is an extremely high vibrational state, right? You are in your pleasure fully. And that's a beautiful place to be. Don't you want your whole life to feel orgasmic? Maybe not to the extreme climactic place, but you want it to feel good, right? You want money to feel that way. You want to feel that way, passionate desire about life. And there's no shame in that. You shouldn't feel ashamed for wanting to feel turned on about your life. And so I recommend really working through that first and second chakra energy, seeing if there's blockages, seeing how, acknowledging how it relates to how you feel in your life about money, about abundance, about things that you want, right? Asking for the things that you want, completely related. And I will say, I am starting a program soon with a wonderful woman and womb healer, because a lot of women have trauma in these areas and deep, deep wounds and ancestral stuff that sort of gunks up this area and doesn't work as magically as it's meant to in your manifestations. So Womb Abundance is a course that we're bringing to you, and you can follow me on Instagram. That's where you'll see most of it. So Instagram.com/The Money Medium, you'll find me there. And that's going to be starting in November. We'll have it up on the website within a couple of weeks, probably by October 20th. And that'll be ready for registration. It's going to be an amazing course, powerful course about you reuniting with your ability to actually birth things into reality with passion and desire, right? With magic, which is what you are. Lots of love. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you soon. Rich blessings.